Hey guys, Big T here, and I'm back with the Noobtastic account. Now this is going to be the last video of the series, somewhat. Basically, I was on my my main account, the one that is a week old, and it is very close to being right in line with this one. The units I had, actually I'm gonna be changing. If you watched my avatar video, I changed Hawkeye to my my own picture. I'm gonna fix that because it's more of an annoyance than anything else now. I was gonna leave it so that my my profile pic would be always be me, but no, it's more of an annoyance. Anyways, my Big T gamer account, I started a week ago. This account I started 3 days ago. Actually, I guess on Friday. So yeah, 4 days. On my Big T Gamer account, I had a head start with the 300 units that came with Deadpool, and of course I had Deadpool. I used the units on Tier 1 crystals. I guess it's Tier 1, Tier 2 crystals, and I've got mostly Tier 1 characters. But overall, I think the Big T account has two other Tier 3s, and I got a Tier 4 from a crystal. But overall, it's a very comparable account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop using this account and just strictly use my main account. That way, I'm not wasting any more time. Well, not really wasted time, but I will have more time to invest in one account than splitting my time between two. But as you can see, very happy with 3 days. You can't lose. Just follow the. You don't have to follow everything word for word, but there's certain things like the Rhino event get into. 1 versus 1 as soon as you can. Anything that gives you battle chips. Anything that gives you crystals. Some guys hoard their units to start with. Don't. There's a theory that you get better drops when it's a new account. Both, though, actually, yeah, both of the gold Tier 4 characters that I've gotten from crystals have been early on in an account. So buy them crystals. You get 100 units, buy a crystal. Get 100 units, buy a crystal. It doesn't. I haven't seen any of my Tier 4s come from opening 10 at once. So some guys have a theory that if you open 10 crystals at once, it makes a difference. I don't think so. As soon as you hit that 100 units when you're starting out, go buy a crystal. When you have enough characters to start taking part in the arenas, yeah, start saving your units. You'll start building your roster, and then when you have enough to fully compete for a Tier 4, maybe you'll have a couple thousand units to work the arena too. But there you go. I'm gonna jump over to my other account, and then we'll kind of finish this this video up on that account. So we'll be back in just a second. All right, we're back, and as you see, I fixed my profile pic. He's back to Hawkeye. When you're messing around with that stuff, always back up the originals. It'll make that fixing things a lot easier. So basically, what we'll do is I'll wrap up the video series here, and then you can just follow me in general to see what I'm doing and if you want to take my advice, you can take it. As you can see, champion-wise, I guess I only have one more tier 3 and a tier 4. Tier 2s are pretty close on both accounts. A lot more tier 1s on this account, but like I say, that's because I put in those 300 units for those crystals to start with. But other than that, it's very... and the reason why I did it was when I was jumping back and forth between accounts, I wanted to show that at the point I was at in the Noobtastic account that we could win a Spider-Man. I noticed that my points in both were neck and neck, so I figured why not just continue on with this one. If I can score a tier 3 Punisher, or tier 3 Spider-Man, sorry, on this account, I could have done it on the other, and I will be able to hit the cool, like, it wasn't realistic because most people aren't playing 2 accounts. This way it'll be more accurate. My points are at 77,000. If I was working on one account, I could have gotten it to 100, and that's kind of what we're thinking. 300,000 points will guarantee us a tier 3. If I'm only working on this account, might get close to that. So there's that. We're still saving crystals for our live event on Thursday. So I'm up to 30 crystals. Actually, I'm more because I'm going to buy some. I'm gonna buy some arena crystals right now. I've got my alliance crystal that I can pick up. And that'll give me time too. I was skipping my what I do is I use up all my guys in the 2 arenas, then I go over to 1 versus 1 and use up the overflow characters I have. I've been skipping that. I still have 24 of them, and I've been skipping it, so you can imagine how many I would have if I wasn't. So I'll start hitting that, making sure I don't miss that one. Let's buy the alliance crystal. I'll have 3 of them, or I should have 3 of them by the time we do the video. So that puts us at 35 crystals. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's where that stands. This is a wrap up of the tutorial, but what I'm going to do is we're also going to give you I might as well combine it with an update on what I'm doing. This Big T Gamer account, I was actually had an account which I had marked, what was it called, the Big T, I think, and that account had come along quite a ways. But what happened was I misspelled things when I set up the password and set up the Kabam account, and not for the life of me, I don't know what I typed in. Maybe I was overtired. Maybe I was having some cocktails at the time. I don't know. But when I went to log back in, I couldn't. But I still have the files on my iPhone. On the system files. So I can go into the system files or I can go into just the unsigned in account and get that account. If I want it on my iPad, which I play the most, I'll have to go into the game files on my Mac and copy them over. I can do it. It's just a pain. And I thought, why bother with doing that? I'll just create a new account because I wanted to show there was a couple things I still would have done differently. This account, I'm doing everything the way I want, and yeah. So that's the reason for that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my iPhone. I'm going to rack up 10,000 battle chips, and I'm going to start a second alliance. I haven't come up with a name yet. I'll do a video with all that information. And basically what I did was, if you're watching this video, hopefully I'll have it up within a decent amount of time. I've freed up, actually there'll be more spots. We're getting rid of Noobtastic. He is done. See ya. So what I've got now is I've got 4 free spots. I kicked out my extras, later combat, which was Zen's other account. We removed that one. He might put it into the new alliance when it's up and running. Hopefully he does. My old balls account, I removed that. Beyonder hadn't been in the online for a few days, and was very low character, so we got rid of that one. I'm going to also, with the hero account, ultimately what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hero account for the first run of whatever character they're having the events, and then I'll use this my main account for the second run. Because the first run, if they keep up with the 5 versus 5, the hero account will be the best one to mess around with that. What I think I'll do then is I'll also create an alliance with that one as well, and then that alliance will be the new basic, the lower alliance will be open to anyone, can go into that one. So you can put your duplicate accounts in or whatever. The new one with the hero account will be, I haven't decided. It's going to either be 25,000 or 30,000 plus. So you have a minimum rating. So I'll check with Rubio and Rubu and see if he wants to move over to that one. I think he's the only guy that we have up to that level. And then once any of the current roster gets up there, they're going to get first stab at a place in that alliance. And then that will give us a good team to fight for the bases when that comes out. And then I thought this would be a cool idea to do that, because then we're not actually splitting our group up, because we got this. And if you're in my alliance and you haven't yet, get into this Facebook group. This Facebook group is working awesome. What I did was I had it named after the alliance, I just renamed it to Big T Game Reviews. It will allow us. I'll have, if I keep with what I'm thinking, I'm gonna have 3 alliances. It'll be a place for all of us to be grouped. We can talk about how close we're getting to being in the elite group. We can talk about our new accounts in the lower group, or this, like I said, the Tears of God is going to be the main alliance still. The other ones will just kind of be a secondary thing. So if I don't know if Rabu has another account, he can stay in here. He can move up to the better account. If he's got a second account, maybe he wants to bring his second account into this group. So basically, if you're a new player, you don't play very often, you can get into one of my alliances that I'm going to do videos on. Once you get to a point that you want to move up to this group, this alliance, you will. And then if you get up to whatever I set the limit on the other one, you'll have that option too. So basically, you could have 3 accounts if you wanted, running in these alliances. Like I said, I'm going to split most of my time between the Hero Sandwich account and the Big T Gamer account. But yeah. So anyways, won't go on. I'll do a video specific. That's going to be a little ways off. I got to save up the battle chips to make that happen. And I'll do a video on all of that. And yeah, so let me know what you think of the whole series. If you want to see anything from that account, that Noobtastic account is still there. I'm not going to put it in any of the alliances because it just takes up space. The same with my old balls. I haven't decided. Old balls might be in the other alliance because he does have a gold character. We'll see. But basically, I will. We'll be doing videos from all three. But you guys won't have to worry about it. Get in the Facebook account. If I'm doing the live video, it doesn't matter what alliance you're in. You're going to be able to communicate while we're doing it. So there you go. Hit like if you like it, dislike if you don't, and we'll see you next time.